Tonight, I want to speak about some very mystical things, which is one of my favorite things to talk about, in relation to pure love and Radha Krishna, based off of some of the very profound scriptural references. You could say the most sacred references in our tradition, in our literature. And I also am a believer in, you could say, sacred synchronicity. And so I was thinking the last few days to talk about the story of Radharani talking to the bumblebee. And I looked at that today, and I saw that after her talks to the bumblebee, which is very famous, and we'll talk about it in detail a little bit, Uddhava, Krishna's messenger, he says, "Oh, I brought a message from Krishna, I'm going to give it to you, if that's okay," to all the gopis. And he quotes two verses, and then he says that this is the essence of all Vedic literature and teachings. This is the goal of yoga. This is the goal of all different spiritual practices that I'm giving you here now. And it connects to, so this is our official third podcast, and it connects to the general theme, which is waking up in the dream. And so in the two verses that Krishna immediately quotes, he talks about waking up in the dream as his response to the divine madness and this beautiful words of Sri Radha to the bumblebee. So I'll just briefly mention these two verses. So there's two verses, and then there's the third verse, which is where Uddhava says, Krishna told me to give this to you, and that this is the essence of all Vedic knowledge, and the essence and the goal of the practice of yoga, and so forth. And then he says, now he gave a message for you particularly. Because Krishna is God, he knows that this message is going to be a message that's going to carry an imprint throughout thousands of years of human history, which it has. At this moment, there are many very wise teachers speaking on the Bhagavat throughout the world. The most famous topic in Krishna Bhakti circles is actually the Bhagavat, more than the Gita. Everywhere around the world, preachers will go and speak about the Bhagavat. And this is the highest conclusion of it. Any well-versed speaker of the Bhagavat would say, well, the highest teaching, the ultimate conclusion is the rasa dance. And then the conclusion of the rasa dance, the highest Gita or song in the Bhagavat is Radharani speaking to the bumblebee, called Brahmar Gita. And now in the end of that, Krishna gives his conclusion. And Krishna says, the soul is beyond matter. I'm giving you the simplified version. He says, actually, the soul is never touched by the three gunas. We've been talking about the Trinity. One of the Trinities is goodness, passion, and ignorance, sattva, raja, tama. He says the soul is uninvolved in matter. He says, actually, our involvement in matter is just like a dream. And he says, so this is like directly quoting Krishna now. Uddhava said, I brought this message to give from Krishna. And he said, like when you wake up from a dream, sometimes you'll linger on contemplating the dream. And he said, in the same way, the soul becomes attached to matter through the medium of the mind. The mind is what brings you into the dreamscape. And it's a function that is given to you by God. It's provided by Him. He gives you that function so that you can enter the dream of life, separate from Him. You understand? So that you can enter the dream of life separate from the state of Godhead, the spiritual dimension. He gives you the mind. And he says, with your mind, you enter the dream. And the first verse he says is, there's three states of that, and you can see consciousness or the soul within that. He said it's the waking state, the sleeping state, which is the dream state, and the deep sleep state. And within those three states of consciousness, we see all existence. So when we're awake now, This is the waking state, and we see the external universe. And then we go to sleep, and we see the subtle universe of our desires and imagination, our subconscious. And then when you go into deep sleep, what happens? The universe goes into deep sleep. And that's when all the multi-universes are withdrawn within the causal form of the Lord. So the whole multi-universal system goes into deep sleep on the external states. Now this is not there, but I'm extrapolating. But Krishna says you can see the presence of the soul within matter by these three features. Waking state, sleeping state, which is when you dream, and deep sleep state, which is when you don't dream. And so he says the universe goes into the unmanifest, which is the deep sleep. And then when you sleep, you go into dream, and then beyond the dream, you go into deep sleep. And so you see it's a reflection. So Krishna says like this. And then at the end of the second verse, he says, if you can learn to wake up. It's okay, it's not meant to be peaceful.
Oh, I am. It's good. I'm just giving it a try.
Okay, no problem.
To my phone hotspot.
Yeah, no problem. This is good. This is fun. I'm enjoying the flow because it's meant to be.
Joy.
All right. I want to get to the topic, which is very romantic and beautiful, but I thought this was very profound, that I wanted to talk about Brahmar Gita, and I'd never read Krishna's message to the gopis. And if you go back and read it, it's like, wow, we've been talking about the dream state, and it's right there. But it's not escapism. Our theme is waking up in the dream, not waking up from the dream. There's a major distinction. Krishna doesn't teach escapism. He tells Arjuna, do your duty in life, but don't forget the higher essence, the higher principle, God. And that's all throughout it. And ultimately he says, if you can lead the highest dharma, you can give up all the other dharmas. Sarva dharman prityaja. If you can follow the highest dharma, which is directly connect with the divine, then all the other dharmas, then you can give them up. Then you can so-called escape. So Krishna says, just like when you wake up from a dream, your mind lingers on it often. He says in the same way the soul becomes attached to matter through the mind, and then he gives you the senses. And he basically, there I would say he's subtly indicating the law of attraction or the power of visualization and manifestation. Because he says, you get to create your dream. And then in the waking state, you get to use your mind and senses to try to fulfill your dream. And that's life. You know, I know this for myself, Purnima. When I was growing up, I was a few years older than you, people would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? In other words, they're reaffirming your sovereignty. This is the beauty of, again, we've gained our freedom. They wouldn't ask you that 2,000 years ago in India. What are you going to be when you grow up? Well, of course, my family's been a cobbler for 14 generations. I'm going to be a cobbler. My family's been a potter for 500 years. I'm going to be a potter. And we were stuck in this caste system, which can become calcified and anachronistic. But now, we're in the West. We're free. Bhakti is free. We can dream. So Krishna is not saying, wake up from the dream. He's saying, wake up in the dream. You need to learn how to lucid dream in the waking state. Everyone's into lucid dreaming in the dream state. I say lucid dream in the waking state. Krishna says you can visualize and manifest your desires if you go thinking, feeling, willing. Thinking, feeling, willing. So then, I'm just going to touch on these two verses, and I like to extrapolate so we can really get into the bhav of it. Krishna says the soul is eternal existence, consciousness, and bliss. Therefore, he said it's not inert. And he says this also in the Gita. He says something eternal can never be temporary. Therefore, this is not the soul, because it's temporary. And this world is not the soul, because it's temporary. So Krishna gives these two verses. And he says, if you can learn mind control, that's what he basically says. Learn to control your mind and senses. Then Krishna says, okay, here's my message for the gopis. He says, for you specifically, just wanted to increase your longing for me and your thoughts of me. And I think this message wasn't for Sri Radha, because it's not possible for her to intensify her thoughts of Krishna. Her thoughts of Krishna couldn't be more intense. But this message is for all the perfected sages who, by chanting this Gopal mantra, had taken birth in Vrindavan and become gopis. By chanting this mantra that Brahma had. That was our cliffhanger last night. Krishna is saying, look, I appeared before you. He said, I am the soul of all existence. And I was never separate from you. I am the soul of all existence. And he said something very mystical. He says, I am present in your mind. And I am present in your senses. And I am present in every atom. And everything is present within me. And yet, I am also beyond it, aloof. So how can you be separate from me? But as we talked about with Radharani, this is a sattvic mode of goodness mentality. And it lacks intimacy. God is everywhere. We talked about this. The gopis ran and embraced a tree because they saw it like Krishna in their madness. And we would say they were not mad, they were the most sane. They embraced the dark tree and said, Krishna, like in a spell. And then they ran after the cloud and said, Krishna, like in a spell. And our gurus would, Krishna himself is saying, I was never separate from you. I am in your mind. I can hear your thoughts and your prayers. Right? That everything in existence is part of me. So how can I be removed from you? But I wanted to intensify your mood of love for me. And then this goes back to the beautiful verses in the Gita and Bhakti Yoga, where Krishna says, Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavamina chirat parta maya veshita chetasam. This is verses, I believe, 7 and 8 or 9 and 10 in 12th chapter Gita on Bhakti Yoga. Krishna says, this is the second part of a 2-part verse. He talks about bhakti. And he says bhakti is that process of devotion to me that if you focus on me with love, I bring you out of samsara. Mrityu samsara sagarat. The ocean, sagar, of material existence, which is of the nature of death, or tamas, inertness, destruction. Because the soul has entered in matter and become enraptured in a dream-like existence. So what is the nature of dreams? They're temporary. They're real, but they're temporary. Therefore, they're considered dream-like, because the soul is not temporary. And so because the soul is it's a real dream, the matter is real, the earth is real, the air is real, the fire is real, it's all real. But because it's temporary, it's called a dream. You understand? Because who knows how many lives we've lived? Can you tell me how many lives we've lived? Beyond calculation in our estimation. But Krishna says, I am the soul of all existence. And if you focus on me and develop devotion to me, te samaham samudarta, have no doubt, I will bring you out. Have no doubt, I will bring you out of material existence to me. So with that, now I'll go into Radharani's talk to the bumblebee. And I'm not going to talk about Brahma at this point, because the cliffhanger was he got the Gopal mantra. So the fruit of the Gopal mantra is taking birth in the transcendental realm of Vrindavan as a gopi. So from the cliffhanger, it's like in a story where you go to you jump a timeline, but you're still continuing the story. So we're talking about the fruit of chanting the mantra that we hold most dear. This mantra has its form of the Gopal yantra, which is the sacred geometry of the spiritual world of Vrindavan. This is Brahma Samhita we read this morning. The Gopal mantra we chant is actually the sacred geometry upon which the spiritual existence rests. And every day when we worship the form of the Lord called Shalagram, we draw the Gopal Yantra, which is the six-pointed star, also known as the Star of David, but it comes from the Vedic traditions. I was reading today, Prabhupada was talking about how all these ancient cultures, their sources from the Vedic civilization. The Greeks, the Huns, and so on and so forth. So, I want to get into Radharani's talks because I believe it's most profound because it shows the intensity of her love as the ultimate, I would say, guiding light, the pole star for us is the love of Radha for Krishna. And for us, we are actually more Radha Bhaktas than we are Krishna Bhaktas, but under the shelter of Sri Radha. So we take her and her love as our ultimate guru. Krishna himself says, her love is my guru. Radhikara Prema Guru. So the height of the intensity of her love is shown in these verses. But just before we get there really quick also, I want to talk about Vishnu, just in essence. Look at Vishnu in South India. What is he doing? He's laying down. To show us, right? It's a dream. There's more to reality than the material dream. If you learn to control your mind and senses, not only can you control or visualize and manifest what you want in this life, in this reality, but you can actually go beyond it. There's many states of existence. This earth plane is just one. There's 7 upper planetary systems, and then beyond that, there's many liberated abodes you can enter. All by learning how to control your desires and funnel your intention, right? Through thinking, feeling, willing. So look at Vishnu. Most forms of Vishnu you see as he's resting. We talked about this, the Trinity of Vishnu. In one form, the atomic form of Vishnu is not resting. He's always awake. And he's in your soul with 4 arms directing everything. We're talking about level 4s. So this is Vishnu. 4, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and the 4-arm form. So the atomic form of Vishnu is active. But then the universal form of Vishnu is resting. And the multi-universal form of Vishnu is resting. And he's in Yoga Nidra, fully self-controlled. And he's saying, look, learn how to wake up in the dream to actualize your highest potential as a soul, as Satchidananda. And Krishna says, you're never in touch with Maya. He says, God is not in touch with Maya. So the soul, through attachment, is now in the spell of Maya and on the machine of material existence. But ultimately, it's spiritual, so it's beyond matter. And here we are, stuck between matter and spirit, always on that marginal line. So now we can talk about Radharani and her prayers. So Krishna sent Uddhava to deliver his message. But Krishna always fulfills many purposes through one action. So really he sent Uddhava, his dear friend and his minister, to learn the glories of the gopis, so that he could carry that out into the world. It's important to Krishna. I'll give you an example from scripture. Many great saviors will come, and what are they looking for? People to carry on the message. That's what you call a disciple. The real guru makes gurus. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't initiate anyone, he initiated the whole world through Sankirtan and through his teachings. Look at Christ. He came and he was looking, who can become qualified to carry my message and pass it on? Not so many. So Krishna wants Uddhava to go and learn from the gopis to become his message, to carry his message, to be the living embodiment of his message so that the message continues. And it did. He was successful. Uddhava left after Krishna departed. You know, we see every incarnation they leave someone, generally. Like the full incarnations, Ram. Ram left Hanuman to be the messenger and to carry the message of Ram in the world. Krishna left Uddhava. Govardhan, but Govardhan's not speaking to us directly. Jamuna, Tulsi, and so forth. Krishna left Uddhava. So Krishna sent Uddhava. He said, Uddhava, carry my message to them. Oftentimes when Guru tells you to carry a message, it's so that you can imbibe it. We think, I am the messenger. When he arrived, he met with Krishna's parents, Nanda and Jashoda. And Nanda told him, Uddhava, I heard that you are the wisest man in this world because you are the disciple of Guru Brihaspati, who is the guru of the demigods, Indra and so forth. So Uddhava was a disciple of the guru of the demigods. But Nanda said, you've come here and I see you don't even have your baby teeth. He was giving his philosophy to Nanda and he said, this philosophy is for everyone else, not for us. There's many levels of knowledge. The Gita has 5 levels of knowledge. When our Gurudev Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj was preaching in the West, people were asking him to talk about, don't eat meat, you're not the body. And he said, that message, we spent 20 years giving that message so that now we can give this message, that then we can give that message, so that then, otherwise life is not progressive. Right? So Uddhava comes, the message he gave, the cosmic God is within everything message is not for the Brijabasis, you see? God is the soul of all existence. They're not interested in this message. They want God as their son, and God is their lover and beloved. God is their best friend. Uddhava told Nanda, don't worry, Krishna left. He's the soul of all existence. He's in your heart. He's God. And Nanda said, you think that makes it better? That, okay, God came to me as my son and then he left me when he was only 10 years old and I was out in the world and I can't see him? You think that makes it better? It makes it worse. I want to be with him. And as he's talking with Nanda, he saw Krishna's mother Yashoda in a state of madness. And she's bundling up, she's taking a piece of cloth and putting different trinkets and gifts in it. And she walks out the door and he comes into the kitchen and he sees it full of cobwebs. It's like they haven't cooked in a year or two. They're barely surviving on their life heirs. And who knows? And she's pulling this over her shoulder and going outside. And Nanda leaves Uddhava. This is not the exact sequence, but this is how I've heard the essence. And he goes, where are you going? Oh, Jashoda, Jashoda. He says, I will go and become the maidservant of Devaki. And I will pray to her that I know I'm not worthy of spending much time with your Krishna. But if I am your maidservant, if you accept that I'm qualified to be your maidservant, I will serve 23.5 hours a day. But at least for half an hour, can I just see him? And Nanda's crying and Yashoda's crying and Uddhava's thinking, I came to tell them that God's the soul of all existence. He's in your heart anyway. He's in your mind anyway. It's okay. He's with you. How is he giving that message to them? Who is right? Is he right or are they right? They're both right, but the love is higher. The reality of their love is a higher principle than his truth. His truth has been defeated by their love. That's why Krishna offers his flute to Radharani. Why his peacock feather falls at the feet of Radharani. Why his Pitambar chadar falls off his shoulders. And why he sits down. That's our Didi Radharaman. Your love is higher than my truth. That's bhakti. The only way God can be defeated is when the devotee's love conquers his heart. See? Now he's crying. This is very fun because we're in our bhakti yoga tent here. All right? We need a little space heater or something to get really cozy in here. Actually, everybody's got blankets, right?
You want a blanket?
No, I'm blissful. What time did we start?
8.
No, but we did kirtan until about 8:15. So I always feel bad. I always feel like I'm going too long, and like I'm taking everyone's time.
All night.
Yes, all night.
And all
See,
night.
you can't just jump into Radharani talking to the bumblebee. You have to talk about Madhya Yashoda and Nanda. Krishna sent Uddhava. There's so many stories along with this. Can we rewind for a second? You know how Radharani sent before a message to Krishna. And you know what she was doing? All night long she was trying to write him a letter. All night long. And in the morning time, she had fallen asleep, and she was in her divine madness, in deep slumber, dreaming of Krishna. And you know what Krishna would say? He said to Uddhava to tell them, every night when they were dreaming of me, I was there. It's true. I was there. I was there with them every day, every night. I was always with them. I never left them. I was always with them. I never left them. It's not good enough. Love leads to such a madness that the only thing that works is nothing. Nothing works at the height of love. It becomes so powerful in divine love that everything fails. All your truth, reality breaks down in the madness of divine love. Reality shatters. I'm going to tie this back to another story. Radharani is sitting in Krishna's arms, in his lap on a swing. And a bee is coming. Like we had our first spring festival here. And so many bees. I got 2 bee stings. And then the bees were all around, but right? I got 2 bee stings in a few moments. Somehow or other, this bee got all the way up my cloth. He must have come from down to the grass because he was up. This is the problem of sannyas clothes. He gets up, and then he was right in there. I didn't know what's going on. I felt something there, like a bug. And so I tried to get it. It was Kss! It got my finger. And, it's a bee, but I don't want to hurt it. So then it's stuck in my claw because it come up. So I try to get it out, and then again. It's okay. I'm not very allergic. It's okay, nice. Wake up. It's like energy, It's actually medicinal.
Yeah. Acupuncture.
Yeah, it's acupuncture and it's medicinal. So Radharani is sitting in Krishna's arms on a swing by a beautiful lake, surrounded by her friends, her close friends or associates. And Krishna allows a few of his close friends, the boys, to come. Only those. See, a male entity can only be part of Radha Krishna's loving affairs if they have no calm. They have no lust after Krishna's gopis. That means they're so enlightened. Madhu Mangal is the case. He's the highest Brahmin. And he's perfectly able to help facilitate also Subal. He's facilitating Radha and Krishna's loving affairs because it's nice to have a few boys around too. It adds to the flavor. So Radharani and Krishna are just holding each other and very absorbed in their love. But then this bee starts disturbing Radharani's feet. Why? If you're a bee, you probably would too. Makaranda says that the essence of the nectar, like we think flowers have nectar, and bees go to flowers because they have nectar. The lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, they are the essence, the essential source of all fragrance, of all nectar. Like Krishna said, Punyo Rasa Gandha, I am the fragrance of the earth. Right? It's coming from one dust particle of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. So the bee is attracted there and is swirling around her feet. And Krishna can see that she's restless, and so he indicates to Madhu Mangal, and Madhu Mangal goes and shoos him away, and he comes back and he says, don't worry, Radhe. I have chased Madhusudan away and he will never return. And Radharani immediately goes into divine madness of separation from Krishna, whose name is also Madhusudan, the honey seeker. Why is Krishna called the honey seeker? Madhusudan means the honey seeker. He's surrounded by all the flower-like gopis. And so he's always fulfilling everyone's desire. It's said in scripture, Krishna is the one alone who can fulfill everyone's desire. So it's not his fault. People blame Krishna. He has too many lovers. 10 million gopi lovers, 16,000 queen wives. Too many lovers. Krishna's too much of a lover boy. But he does it as service. Right? If you could do it and satisfy 10 million women, then you can consider that path. But only Krishna is able to do it. So Krishna expands into the 10 million forms to satisfy 10 million gopis, to satisfy their desire for perfect love. So therefore he's called the honey seeker, the Madhu Mangal, bee, Madhusudan. As soon as Madhu Mangal comes and says, "Oh Radhe," also his name is Madhu Mangal, which means honey-like auspiciousness, Krishna's dear friend. Madhusudan has gone, he will not return. She falls senseless, she faints in Krishna's arms. This is called the stage right before Samadhi. Dhyan, meditation, dharana, firm focus, and so on and so forth, leads to samadhi. So Radharani, in full samadhi now, has fainted in Krishna's arms, and he thinks, what can I do? Reality has broken down. We're there in meeting, in perfect love, but now she's gone into the sleeping state. No longer is meeting with him, just in the thought of separation from him. And Krishna begins to weep and cry. He thinks, if I can't be with her here, I will also go to sleep, and maybe I'll meet her in the dream realm. And Krishna falls senseless. And seeing that, Lalita falls senseless. Vishaka falls senseless. Everyone falls senseless. Who's left? Just a few manjaris who held it together. A few of Radharani's maidservants. You know, some of the gopis, they pray to Krishna. When they see him, you know, the eyes have this nature of blinking. And when they blink, the gopis curse the creator Brahma. So we're tying it back to Brahma. Fie on you, foolish creator. If we were the creator, we would not have made eyelids. That's why Jagannath does no eyelids. Krishna said, okay, I accept. I'll become Jagannath, no eyelids. Because the gopis say, fie on you, Brahma creator. Why did you make us eyelids? Because when we're looking at Krishna, we never want to blink. When we blink, it feels like years pass into separation. We cannot tolerate it. And sometimes in ecstasy, they're weeping tears and they say, Krishna, please give us the strength to check our love for you so that we can serve you better. Because our love for you and the intensity of our emotions is inhibiting our service to you. So they fall senseless. Everyone's falling like dominoes. But the manjaris hold it together. And they began to sing so many songs. But we can sing Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. They sing very sweetly. I'm not going to drag it out. Right? They sing very sweetly, and the power of the name, the power of Krishna's name. Radharani wakes up, Krishna wakes up, Lalita Vishaka, they all wake up, and then their tears pour from their eyes in a torrent and merge with this beautiful lake. It becomes Prem Sarovara. We'll see you back in a minute, Marilyn. So it becomes the lake of divine love, filled with the tears of their love. So now this is the bee story. So you see, reality broke down. In the meeting with Krishna, there's still separation. So we shouldn't judge Krishna too harshly for leaving Vrindavan. Krishna is trying to solve this situation. He's saying, look, I'm God. I'm supreme truth. I'm absolute truth. And yet, you know, it's like when there's too much heat. Matter starts breaking down into its more fundamental particles. Right? When the universe heats up to, like we say, the Big Bang, right? It's so hot that there's no water, air, fire, earth, and all these different atomic elements. There's just pure energy. So in the same way, in the madness of divine love, everything else is breaking down. Krishna's thinking, what can I do? She is in my arms, and she faints in separation. What can I do? Ultimately, this is the onset of his decision to become Chaitanya. To understand her love, and also to try to figure out a solution for this dilemma. How is it to experience separation and meeting in separation? So now fast forward. Krishna left Vrindavan. And he's in Mathura and he's looking out. He's on the roof. He's only 12 kilometers away. It takes about 2 hours to get back. If you're on a horse, maybe an hour, half hour. Krishna has his horses very swift as the wind. But he feels like he can't go back, because on one hand he knows he has his duties. On the other hand, when he was in Vrindavan, one after another, demons were attacking him, because he was a magnet for demons. God is the magnet. all attractive. When God appears, the demons are attracted to him as much as the devotees. Right? He's the great flame that when Krishna appeared in Vrindavan, one after another, from the moment of his birth, demons are coming. He's like 2-3 years old, 2-3 days old. Putana is coming. Sakadasur, Agasur, Trinavarta says, I have to leave. And I have to fulfill all my duties. So he said, if I go back now, it'll be like a drop of water in the blazing desert. It'll be worse than even going at all. You understand? It'll be worse than not going. I'm only an hour away, but if I go now, it'll be worse than not going. This is as it usually goes. We don't have time. If I go now, it'll be worse than not going. It'll be a drop of water in the desert. It won't solve it. It'll intensify their separation. So Krishna's on the roof looking towards Vrindavan, and he's crying so much that it looks to Uddhava, who's on the lower floor. So Krishna has a tall building. He's on the roof, and he's holding onto the rail, holding himself steady, looking in the distance toward Vrindavan, and weeping. And Uddhava is in his room below, and through the panes of his window, he sees water. Where is it coming from? He looks outside and he says, it's not raining. So he goes up to the roof and he sees Krishna crying. Why is Krishna crying? Because Radharani is crying. This is morning time now. Radharani woke up and all night she was trying to write him a letter. And when she woke up, what was in the letter? Just like a watercolor painting, smudged with her, fingerprints. All night long she was writing and casting letters aside, one after another. What to say, what to say, what to say, what to say. Love is like this. What to say, what to say. And in the morning, she fell senseless again, and the Lita rolled up this letter as a scroll and called a swan and said, carry this to Krishna. But Krishna is in Mathura, and there are very cruel-hearted people in that place. So when you go there, hold your breath, because the air there is poisonous. They're so cruel-hearted, they stole our Krishna. And don't land on the rooftop. Krishna's up there crying at this moment. Why? Pure love, transcendental love, has the power to keep two souls together even at a distance. Right? I believe in this because I've seen this. I've seen the miracle of the power of the pure souls, like your pure gurus, the enlightened ones. How if you think of them enough with love, they know it. They can feel it. And they can be present. I've talked about this. Krishna says, I am in your heart. He says it in dozens of verses in scripture. But it's also said that the pure guru is also in your heart. And that he comes there and takes the place of the super soul. Antaryami bhakta shrestha edvi roop. Guru takes the form of the super soul. The pure guru, that means the truly liberated soul. He comes and he sits with Krishna in your heart, taking the place of the super soul. Antaryami bhakta shrestha. The super soul and the topmost devotee, like Sukadeva Goswami. Guru Prabhupada always quotes this about Gurudev. He says, Sadhyo hrid. That verse, Yam Pravajantam. At the end of it says, that Muni who is in everyone's heart, that fully realized sage, Sukadeva Goswami, has the power to be in every soul's heart with the super soul Krishna. So that's the power of love. So Krishna and Radharani, they're both weeping in separation from each other because of the power of their love. Radharani is with Krishna, Krishna is with Radharani. But yet they're in separation. They're meeting in separation at the same time. The swan drops the letter and flies. Krishna says, wait, come down. The swan immediately turns back. Why would I speak to cruel Krishna who left Radharani? And, Krishna is now weeping. I've heard this from Prabhuji, so that's why I'm explaining this story. Krishna opens the letter. Oh. Sometimes I talk about the Maha Mantra as the greatest love song, because it's not even a love song. It's just a mysterious, yantra almost. Right? The mantra is a spell. Within it is everything. Like within Om is everything. Om, everything, all existence is coming from Om. That's what it said in the creation story. Everything comes from the sacred syllable, the sound vibration. Vibration. Sound, we call it the basis of quantum theory. The deepest level is just vibration. Om. Sustaining all reality. So Mahamantra is like that. We think, what is the Mahamantra? Everything is in the Mahamantra. Every mood of love, every part of creation is present there. So Krishna sees this letter of Radharani more than any letter. And sometime after that he says, go to Vrindavan, Uddhava. I cannot go. I will be like water in the desert. Go to Vrindavan. Uddhava goes to Vrindavan. He sees Mother Yashoda carrying to go say, I will be the maidservant of Devaki. And Nanda says, come back, wait. And she falls senseless on the ground. And after meeting with everyone, then Uddhava goes to find the gopis. The gopis are not in their homes. They're in the forest. And when he meets the gopis welcome him, but not Radharani. Just like when Krishna returns from the rasa dance, many gopis go up to Krishna and some hold his hand and start massaging him. Some place his feet to their breast. Some look at him and start speaking with sweet words. Radharani is sitting at a distance. She doesn't come close. And her own group stays with her. And they only shoot crooked glances and arrows at Krishna with their glances. And Krishna is speaking with these gopis, but he's thinking only of Radha, who's sitting at a distance. So in the same way, Uddhava comes, and now all the gopis are talking with Uddhava. Oh, Uddhava, you look like Krishna. You must be a pure soul. You must be Krishna's friend. And they start speaking with him. Radharani's in her own world. And Uddhava is speaking with the gopis, and Radharani's out on the side. There's a famous painting of this that Swami Prabhupada commissioned. And you can see Radharani, and Uddhava in the distance. She's so beautiful, right? Like Renaissance. Renaissance Radharani. She's completely aloof in her own world. And the bee has returned. She says, look, Krishna, you're a cheater. And your friend Madhumanga is also a cheater. He said the bee wouldn't return. And look, Krishna sent another bee. So now Radharani is seated. Who knows, standing, seated. But she's in, we say, the highest state of divine love madness. Divya Unmad. But we would say it's not madness. It looks like madness, but it's the highest truth. Love is the highest truth. God himself submits to pure love and says, you are my guru. So Radharani's in dialogue with this bee, coming back to smell her feet. And she's saying, oh, you cheater. I know you're Krishna's messenger. Have you no shame? Have you no shame? You're trying to touch my feet. You're not worthy. Your little whiskers are colored pink. And I know what that is. It's not the pollen of any flower. It's the reddish pink powder of the flowers that's on the breasts of my rivals in Mathura. And it's when they're in their embrace with Krishna, then the reddish pink powder on their breasts, when they're embracing Krishna, Krishna is wearing a beautiful garland they gave him. And the powder from their breasts has come onto the flower petals of the garland. And you wicked bee, messenger of Krishna, you took that pollen from those flowers on your whiskers and you're trying to touch my feet. Have you no shame? Have you no shame? Leave me alone. I want to be left alone. But he's not going away. Should I read her verses so I don't mess them up? Let's read her verses. Now we got to Brahmar Gita. Okay, I opened it up on a verse I really liked. So we're jumping ahead. Text 18. This is one of her verses. There's only a few verses, so we'll get through them. I don't want to mess it up. So Radharani says something here which is very profound. And I wanted to talk about it because it's part of the Trinity. Last night we talked about Trinity and then 1, 2, 3 and 3, 2, 1. So here's a Trinity for you. Spiritual reality and material duality. The material world is duality. Spiritual reality is the one. Now you have 1, 2, 3. right? We talked about one Trinity as Radha, Krishna, Mahaprabhu, but they're all one. But they're all two, but they're all three, but who knows? So now we have another Trinity, which is duality of material worlds and material nature, and the one beyond, the spiritual dimension. So you know what Radharani says? O B, just hearing about Krishna's Leela, if you do this regularly, our main practice, we say to chant Krishna's names and do kirtan, but along with hearing Harikatha, which is what we're doing here, what we do every morning and what we do regularly, we hear about Krishna's Leela. Radharani says, if just one drop of this goes in your ear, into your heart, I'm going to quote her. It destroys your dedication to material duality. Your dedication, that's what's holding it together. Our dedication to material duality is what is holding us in Maya. And hearing about these Krishna Leelas destroys it. Radharani says, be very careful. Oh, B, leave me alone. Our Gurudev would say, he would sing this song, if you want to maintain your material life, don't go to Keshigat. Oh, if you want to maintain your friends and family and material life separate from Krishna, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Krishna is Sansar. Let your family and your friendships be based on Bhakti, Radha Krishna. That's what we are doing here. Sangha. We're not told to avoid Sangha. We're said Sangha is what protects us. Sangha, Satsanga, Harikatha, and Kirtan. And Kirtan has two sides, loud chanting and personal chanting. Those are the three main links. That's the trinity that we need. The trinity of our sadhana is good association. That means good family, good friends. Most of Mahaprabhu's associates were family members. So you're your best friends. Right? And the ashram devotees, we're our best friends because we help each other along the path. And now we have someone to talk to. Now we have someone to speak to in our sadness of separation. Radharani says, if you let this into your, but very, very careful, it will destroy your material relationships. It will destroy material duality. Even one drop. And Radharani says, many persons taking this poisonous nectar of Krishna's topics into their hearts have left the world behind. I'm going to quote you the English translation of Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. Many such persons have suddenly given up their wretched homes. Like our Gurudev. Our Gurudev ran away from home as a 24, 25-year-old man. He had 2 kids. And when they caught him, they brought him back home. And then he tutored his children for a while, and his nephews and nieces and all this. And then one dark night, he made his bed up, filled with straw. It looked like he was there sleeping. And he ran away into a forest haunted by ghosts, because he knew they wouldn't chase him there, because they wouldn't expect him to go that way. And he ran through the forest haunted by ghosts for hours and hours all night. This is the same thing that Raghunath did to go to Mahaprabhu. He left, he was a prince of the world. Gurudev said Raghunath was married to Miss Universe. This is in the 1600s, right? 1500s, 1600s? 1500s. 1486. So, like that. Mahaprabhu appeared 1486. So this was actually 1600s, early whatever. Raghunath ran day and night to reach Mahaprabhu. Time and time again he was caught. And his mom said, should we shackle him? He was a prince. And they married him to the most beautiful woman in India because they were so wealthy and so, she was into it. Not just for that reason. But he was also very attractive and all so on and so forth. He was Prince Charming and she was Miss Universe. And the dad said, you know what? If the most beautiful woman we can find can't bind him to home and all the wealth he has, he's like a Buddha, right? What else are we going to do? How long are you going to keep him tied up? You're going to let him go to the bathroom? You're going to put him in... Our son is going to be our prisoner now? They kept watching him 24 hours a day and he still escaped. There's a whole story about it. We're not going to go into it. But he ran. Why? Mahaprabhu's Katha of Krishna had destroyed material duality. Right? This is the practice of bhakti will destroy material duality. You'll enter the spiritual dimension where you'll be eternally existing in the Trinity of love, lover, and beloved with God. Then you can enter material duality and not be touched by it, as Krishna says in the Gita. Okay? Many such persons have suddenly given up their wretched homes and families, and themselves becoming wretched, Radharani says. They travel here to Vrindavan and wander about like birds, begging for their living. So you go to Vrindavan, you see so many beggars. And Radharani says, Krishna, you're so cruel. I know you be, you're his messenger. Take this message back to him. I'm giving you a message. Tell that cruel-hearted Krishna, why doesn't he take care of the sadhus? I'll take care of them. This is what our Prabhuji is doing, right? The mood of Radharani. Anyone who's hungry in Vrindavan, Prabhuji is feeding them. Anyone who's poor in Vrindavan, any widows, any orphans, any sadhus, he said, no, I'll feed them. They left everything for Krishna, and they're here. They left their wretched material life, but now they've become more destitute. This is called wretchedness, destitution, akinchana. Krishna says, Tvam akinchana, we say to Krishna, you are very easily achieved by those who are destitute. But Radharani is saying, Krishna, have you no love? Have you no heart, Krishna? Those who have left everything for you, you've left them like beggars, and they're wandering around like birds, looking. You know, sometimes when you're in this madness, you're begging, but you're not even able to do that properly. Right? We had examples of this, right? Like sometimes you're in such a madness that, you know, you're going and looking for food, but you can't even find food to eat. Even though you're surrounded by food. You're like wandering around this, and your brain's not working. Should I eat? Should I not eat? What to eat, what to do, what not to do. You're in madness. Radharani says, Krishna, tava katamritam tapta jivadam. This is from Gopi Geet, verse 9. The discussions of you, Krishna, they're an elixir that frees you from material bondage, but yet they're a poison that burns your heart. Krishna, you are too cruel. It's not fair. Krishna, we love you so much that it's like nectar. But yet the madness of our love to you is that we fear separation from you, and it's like poison. So that even when we're in your arms, we're afraid of separation in your embrace. Why? Why are we afraid of separation from you? Because you leave us. It's your fault. And here you are saying you're the soul of all existence. If you're the soul of all existence, can't you appear in front of us? Right? When we're doing Mahamantra Kirtan, we can tell Krishna, right? Take shelter of Radharani. You say you're the soul of all existence. You say you're in my heart. You say you're in my mind. So can't you appear in front of me also? So we establish the deity form and say, Krishna, please come into the deity form and be with us. Right? And then we leave the deity hungry. And Krishna says, I'm impersonal to you because you're impersonal to me. I come in my deity form and you think I'm just a statue. I stay as a statue to teach you how to love me so that when I appear to you in form, you know how to relate with me. If Krishna enters this tent, what are we going to do? Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Who knows? Right? Who knows? Krishna says, this is what Krishna said, I brought this message. Uddhava gives these 3-4 verses. You can go and read it. I can read it, but I read it. He says, look, I'm in your mind. I'm in your heart. I'm in every atom. Everything is within me. Those who see me everywhere and see everything in me, they are never lost to me, and I'm never lost to them. Gopi said, you still left us. Why did you leave? Krishna, why did you leave? Radharani says, go away. Don't touch my feet. You're coming to touch my feet while your whiskers are, right? For a woman, this is such an insult. Right? Like Radharani, who is the most, she couldn't even have a thought of having a thought of anyone separate from Krishna. She can't even think that it's possible to think of one day thinking, of even possibly thinking. She can't even have that thought. Her life and soul is only Krishna. Right? And yet there is Krishna in the arms of some woman at this moment. Not only one, how many? Krishna's in the embrace of how many lovers? And Radharani's tolerating and tolerating and tolerating and tolerating and tolerating. Krishna meets with her, and then Krishna expands into countless forms, and with countless gopis, he's meeting in countless kunjas as he's in Radharani's embrace. She has no jealousy. Radharani is pure love. Jealousy is not in her heart. Be with everyone. What's the harm? When you leave me, I'm still with my manjaris, no problem. Go. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk with you. I don't want to talk to your messenger Uddhava. Let him talk to everyone else. Right? You don't think she knows he's there? Everyone stopped talking and everyone's looking at Radharani talking now. Before Uddhava and the gopis are talking, and yes, very good point. Krishna's in our mind and soul, and we're Satchidananda, and this world is like a dream. Very good point, and good point, and good point. Radharani's, now when she starts talking to the bee, all the chatter stops. And everyone is respecting her privacy. And what is she going to say next? What is she going to say next? She says, Krishna, you've destroyed our reality and then left us. How cruel are you? You destroyed our world. If we never knew your name, we could have been happy. We're going to go into the late night. We'll have to leave and you can sing it and we'll sing it. This is how we get to the song, Soi Keva Shunai Lishamanam. Where do we first hear the name of Krishna? Why do we hear this name? It's like a poison that entered our heart. And what does poison do if you get snake venom? There's a verse of a great poet in Bengal. And he says, you know what? Only someone who's been bitten by a very venomous serpent can understand the agony of that venom when it's coursing through your veins. We think we know love. Right? Real love for Krishna is like a poison coursing through your blood. Until you meet him face to face and he accepts your love, you're not peaceful. Right? If you're in the mood of a mother, until you're breastfeeding Krishna, your heart is not at peace. Until you're in his arms, you're not in peace. Until you're playing with him, you're not at peace. Krishna, why did we hear your name? Why did we chant this Mahamantra? We're captured by it. Someone chanted Mahamantra, now we're stuck. One point in one existence, in one life, we chanted the Mahamantra, we chanted Krishna, and now we're in his spell. And until we come to the culmination of divine love and divine meeting and divine union, and then we meet you, Krishna, and then you disappear. And you play this game with us over and over and over and over. There's this Shikshastakam, this leads us to Shikshastakam prayers, the 4th verse, 5th verse, 6th verse. There's a song that correlates with it. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is singing, O Krishna, Darshana Ananda Dhane, giving us your darshan, you give us bliss. And then we run to embrace you, right? If Krishna appears and you have pure love and devotion for him, you run to embrace him, then he disappears. And you fall senseless in the ground in agony. And Krishna says, I'm intensifying your love for me. This is what he said to Uddhava, O gopis, I do this to intensify your love. It's enough. Radharani is saying, it's intense enough. It's intense enough. Krishna, can't you just come home? Please come back. Why are you doing this to us? It's not fair. And Krishna's now in Mathura. And you think, where do you think Krishna is? Uddhava's there watching with the gopis and Radharani's talking to the bee. You don't think Krishna's there listening? And Radharani's telling the bee, go back to your cruel master, Krishna. Go back to your cruel master, Krishna. I don't want to talk to you. 9:17. Let's read a few more verses. Will we be able to wait till next Sunday for another class? Who knows? Let's read a few more verses. In the Bhagavatam, Radharani's name's not said as the speaker here. Because Sukadev, who is her very dear associate, he cannot bear to say her name. If he were to say her name, he would fall senseless, and he only had 7 days to speak to the king Parikshit. He only had 7 days. And it said if he were to say her name, he would fall senseless in divine ecstasy and divine separation from his beloved master, Radharani. He is Radhapaksha. Sukadev is like Manjari mood. Only Radharani. There's stories about this. One time Krishna tried to bring him, because Krishna is also very interested and very attracted to anyone who's very Radhapaksha. If anyone's very one-pointed to Radharani, Krishna is more interested in them. If you become one-pointed to Radharani, Krishna will follow you everywhere. Right? You can spend thousands of lifetimes trying to find Krishna, and he may or may not find you. You may or may not find him. Hide and seek. But if you become dedicated to Radharani, Krishna will follow you around everywhere, just waiting for a few words. So Sukadev doesn't say Radharani's name here. He said some gopi. But this is in the purports here, you can check it. If this loads, I'll give you the quote. In different Puranas, it's said the same story. And the same story, it said that Radharani, while Uddhava is talking to the other gopis, Radharani is talking to the bumblebee. So this is in 2-3 other references. So it is a fact in the Puranic literature, in the scriptures, that Radharani is talking to the gopi. Because some people challenge this. Those who challenge it are those who don't fully know. Right? So we'll just read 1-2 verses. O friend of the cheater, O honeybee, don't touch my feet with your whiskers. They are smeared with the kumkum that rubbed onto Krishna's garland when his garland was crushed by the breasts of a rival lover. Don't touch my feet. Let Krishna satisfy the women of Mathura. One who sends a messenger like you will certainly be ridiculed in the Yadu's assembly. So she's rebuking Krishna. Krishna is, he goes every day and he meets in the Yadu's assembly, the assembly of all his clan. And Radharani is saying to the bee, oh, Krishna's sending a messenger like you? An unfaithful person is sending an unfaithful messenger. An unchaste person is sending an unchaste messenger. So therefore, Krishna will be ridiculed in his own assembly. Chi, 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 chi. That's what they say in Hindi. You know this, right? Chi, chi, chi. This is how if you want to learn something in Hindi, Marilyn. If something's really something's really like someone does something really wrong. Like if I do something really wrong, you're like, chi, 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 chi. So Radharani is saying, Krishna, in your own assembly, people are going to go, chi, 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 chi. You sent Uddhava? Oh, okay, he's okay. But you sent that honeybee, unchaste, unfaithful honeybee, who is taking the signs of Krishna's affairs with the women of Mathura on his whiskers to come to me? Chi, 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 chi. Go back to your master Krishna. Who is that Krishna? After making us drink the nectar of his lips just once. Radharani only remembers every meeting is the first meeting. So we once drank the nectar of Krishna's lips. Through the flute song. And in the rasa dance through his lips. Adaramrita. And that's in the Gopi Geet. Just once. Then Krishna abandoned us. What kind of beloved is he? He stole our heart, he embraced us, and he kissed us. And then he disappeared. Just like you, bee. You go to a flower once, you take the nectar, and then you never come back. Therefore, Krishna sent you because you are like him. How is it? I'll just finish this verse because how can we go too much longer? How is it that the goddess Padma, so the goddess Padma means the lotus flower, but she is Shri, Lakshmi Devi, because the lotus flower is her symbol. So how is it that the goddess Padma remains faithful to that Krishna? She's always present on his chest in the golden line. And not only is she faithful to him, but she is serving his lotus feet perpetually. You ever hear a story of Radharani massaging Krishna's feet? Maybe she'll place his feet on her chest to fulfill his desire. But more often than not, Krishna will worship Radharani's feet. Okay? Krishna bows his head at her feet. He writes it himself. Krishna writes his own golden letters that I bow my head at the feet of my beloved Radharani. Why? Her heart is inflamed in the passionate love for me and separation, but actually my heart is even more inflamed. I cannot bear it. So Radharani is saying Goddess Padma is one of her expansions. How is it that Goddess Padma willingly serves his lotus feet? Alas! The answer must certainly be that her mind has been stolen by his deceitful words. O bee, go back to your master Krishna. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo, Vanchakalpadharuvasya Kripa Sindhucha, Patitanang Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo. So, wait, Brahma got this mantra. This was our cliffhanger last night. By chanting the Gopal mantra, Brahma had darshan of Krishna. And through chanting the Gopal mantra, you can have, or I can have, or we can have darshan of Krishna. And by chanting the Gopal mantra, not only can you have darshan of Krishna, but you can enter his land of Vrindavan. The land of Vrindavan is seated upon, this is the transcendental realm of Vrindavan, the Prakrit. Transcendental realm of Vrindavan is manifest on top of the Gopal Yantra, which is, we read it this morning, of the nature of the Gopal Mantra. The Gopal Mantra manifests as the Gopal Yantra. The Gopal Mantra appears as the Gopal Yantra. So by chanting the Gopal Mantra, you can enter the Gopal Yantra, which is Vrindavan. The Gopal Yantra is Vrindavan. And in that center is the beautiful 1,000-petaled golden lotus. And in the center of that is Sri Krishna with Sri Radha, surrounded by his beautiful gopis. So if we want to go there, if we take one drop of this nectar in our hearts, it begins a process. I know this because I know my life. I am trapped by my guru's spell. I am trapped in it. I am willing or unwillingly, who knows, but I am in the spell of the beautiful words of my guru. I remember that moment, Gurudev would tell the story of Raghunath Das Goswami. He would come for a week-long festival. That festival was a week-long seminar to bring souls out of samsara. That was his only purpose. Gurudev said that the talks I gave in New Braj will be remembered for 10,000 years. That's what he declared. And he said, my school will be a light unto this world. That's what he said. And my only sin, if you were to say I have a sin, it's too much faith in the words of my guru. If you were to really try to figure out my sin, I have many sins. But my chief sin, I have many, I don't need to show all my sins to you all because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of your time. But I would say if you really want to, because now I'm talking about my service in the world. If you were to say, what's the sin that I have in my service to the world, it's too much faith in my Guru's words. That I believe what he says, I choose to accept what he says is real and follow it. And people say, you're too extreme, you're too intense. Well, I am me, you're you. You be you, I'll be me. Okay? When he gave these seminars, week-long love festival, he cast a beautiful spell. Those who were there, I'm supposed to, my teacher in India said, you're supposed to be like the fruit of the tree of your guru. I'm not worthy to do that. I'm a rotten fruit full of, I'm corrupt to the core. But what can I do? I'm still his tree's fruit. Even if I'm a deformed, like you see some trees. Because this happened in Australia. We were sitting with our friends and we were talking about our gurus with love for like 2-3 hours after our program. We had a whole day program. Literally, I was there. I would walk to the ocean and meditate and chant and pray. It's very close to the ocean, like a 10-15, beautiful place, beautiful city. And we'd come up and I'd discuss, and the husband of the house, because the wife is so pure-hearted and such a good Vaishnavi, she didn't mind. But me and her husband are just talking about madness for days. All day long, his work is being destroyed. Right? We're talking and with her as well. It's very wonderful. The point is, then class, then program, then kirtan, then for 2 hours we're just talking about our gurus. And what happened? We go to bed, we lay down, and immediately we get a phone call from our temple. And no, not from, but we get an opportunity to speak. And I'm told, oh, so I know I'm a deformed, messed up fruit of the tree of my guru. But yet, I am still what I am. I'm trying my best. But the point is, I had the opportunity to be there in these festivals. Right? And I remember after one of these festivals, because my guru, ever since I was 10, he said, become a monk, serve my mission. It started breaking down my reality because I had to consider or contemplate that call to adventure, you could say. So after one of these programs, I remember, I'm only saying this because it's my job now to preach. And my guru told me to preach as powerfully as I can. So I'm saying this is my honest story, I remember being on the hill between, there's a hill between our house and the festival site. And, we have a big farm. And so I would go, after the class, I would have to go and feed our horses. We had like 10 horses and cows and peacocks. And we had a whole sangsar. Beautiful. We had a huge fruit orchard, vegetable garden, berries. We had a whole little Garden of Eden. And it would take all our energy to maintain it. And we asked our Gurudev, what should we do with it? If we want to come to Kartik, how will we maintain it? He said, don't worry. It destroyed our material reality started breaking down. Where's the garden? Where's the vegetable? It's like after Krishna left, I'm not going to criticize my mom and everyone else who watches this. But it's different from how it was. When our Gurudev came, our community was like a little Garden of Eden. Little beautiful Vrindavan replica. And Gurudev came, and it was like Jesus. Jesus said, I've not come to bring everyone together. I've come to break things apart. There's quotes of Jesus like that. I've come to separate brother from brother and sister, right? I've come to bring you to God. And anyone who doesn't want you to go to God is holding you back. So I would go and I would spend hours. And anyhow, I remember after this program, after this class, there was like a lightning storm. Flash of lightning, and it would go pitch black. All the power would go out. And I had to go. And I remember, I don't want to glorify myself, but I'm glorifying Bhakti. By the power of his class, this Radharani is saying, if one drop of this Harikatha really enters your heart, and through the power of that, you offer one sincere prayer to Krishna, please accept me. I want to offer myself. We're at Samarpan Sanctuary. Offering yourself to what is worthy, which is pure love. And I had faith in that through my guru, even if for a moment through his spell. And I remember sincerely praying, looking up at the universe, right, in that moment of perfect clarity. And it changed my life. That spell, that lasted for days. I could do practically nothing but just be in that spell of that absorption. I'm young, 14, 15. The rest of my life is, I believe firmly that it was that sincere prayer to Krishna that will lead to, even if it takes 1,000 lifetimes or 1,000,000 lifetimes, it will lead me to that. Because that is the power of our gurus, the pure souls. That's their power. That's the power of what Radharani said. If one drop of that goes into your heart, it begins to unravel material duality. It begins to unravel it. And ultimately, you're going to wake up one day in the dream. And what is that? All right? We want to be awakened. We want a lucid dream in life, in our waking state, so that we can choose our future. Visualize the reality you want. And if it's related to Krishna and Bhakti, follow the process of Bhakti. Krishna talks about this also to Uddhava. Uddhava also sent this message. He said, this is how you do Bhakti. And he gives the formula. So you do Bhakti by the formula. It will lead you to Vrindavan. You will wake up one day born. That's one waking up. What is the real waking up? When you're born from the womb, from the mother. One day you will be born from your mother, who is a gopi. Even if you're a cowherd, whatever rasa you're in, you must take shelter of the gopis. This is what the Chaitanya Charitamrita says. You can't be born from Radharani. She is maiden. She never has any child. So it's said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you must take shelter of the gopis, of the Sakhis, or the gopis. If you want to enter Vrindavan, you must take birth from the womb of a gopi. You must take shelter of the gopis. Whatever rasa with Krishna you aspire for, you must take shelter of the gopis. There's no other way. You must take shelter of the gopis. That is our message. That's Gopal Mantra. Whether you want to be Krishna's friend or his parent, or any rasa, you still chant the Gopal mantra. There's not a Sakya Ras mantra that's separate, or a Vatsalya Ras mantra that's separate, or a Shanta Ras. There's not these different mantras. You want to enter Vrindavan, you chant Gopal mantra. That's it. That's the seed mantra that Brahma received. And by chanting this same mantra, Brahma also, Krishna's first son in the universe, also achieves the land of Vrindavan. And then he describes it. That's Govinda Adi Purushantamaham Bhajami. He describes it. Chintamni Prakara Venum Konanta. And Prabhupada gave us this song. Every time you greet the deities, we sing this song by Jamuna Devi, who sang it by Brahma. So these are very special things. Like I said, my only great sin is that I believe a little too much. Or at least I speak like I believe too much. But I do. We should, so I wrote this like 15 years ago when we were working on our website and stuff. I said, you should live your life with integrity if you can. And if you're following a religious path, I heard with somebody one time, there's 1 degree of faith and 50 degrees of doubt. 1 degree of faith, 50 degrees of doubt. Many shades of faith. But really, this is like, if you're going to dedicate, so this is what I'm dedicating my entire life to trying to serve my gurus and live the path that they set me on. If I don't believe in it, what am I? I'm a bloody hypocrite and cheater, and I'm wasting my own life and disturbing others. Right? So at least I should believe in what I believe and see where that takes me. That's why we are Krishna devotees. Good Christians, good Muslims, whatever faith we're in, we say if you follow that sincerely, God accepts your devotion and your practice, and He will bring you up. We do not say any faith is wrong or right. We say through any faith you can approach God, but you sincerely follow, and you have faith and you pray. So that is our prayer here tonight. Radhe Radhe. Okay, thank you to our very kind hosts. You brought me here. So this is our mystical little tent.